to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk.
African President of the United States of America, President Barack Obama.
Good to see you. I just want to say everybody back home, right back at you. We appreciate you. You always give us straight talk.
And welcome to Straight Talk. Well, you know, we went to the Thompson Center on last Friday, and there was a meeting, or I should say a conference, around diversity, around diversity in the workplace in the state of Illinois. It appears that, not appears, but it became aware that the governor had appointed a team of citizens from the state of Illinois and called them the diversity, no, let me give you the exact name. It's called the Fair Practice in Contracting Task Force. Fair Practice Contracting in Contracting Task Force Forum. This forum consists of about umpteen number of people. The chairman of the committee is Willie Wilson, and their job is to go from department to department within the state of Illinois and investigate the diversity practice of that department. The governor had signed an order, an executive order, that each department will have to receive these individuals as per him. And it's going to be a thing whereby it will create many more jobs in the African American community and many more opportunities for individuals who want to advance their career in politics. It's about time that diversity becomes a reality in the state of Illinois. It had taken the governor a whole term almost to get that to this point, where he, you even saw a Democratic state representative speak at the forum regarding the diversity program and regarding a bill that he drafted to create diversity for blacks in the state of Illinois. It passed and the governor signed it into law. So we should have some good things going between now and at least the next 4 years. So unless the governor loses and the next governor who comes in gets rid of that bill, gets rid of that ordinance, but it would take the whole, well, which it wouldn't be so bad because you got enough state representatives and state senators who are against that type of diversity, but not wanting to see the state close down again, so they went along with a number of things, which is commendable. When are we going to become one people in the state of Illinois? You think it'll ever happen? Think we'll ever get total diversity? Not if we continue dealing with the same politicians who have been holding you back for the last 35, 40 years. And it's a shame that that happened, and you can't do something about it. It should be a thing where all those individuals who were responsible for holding back a whole nation of people should be fined in some kind of way, or incarcerated in some cases, because it's criminal. What they did was criminal. Madigan, what you presided over for all those years was criminal. And it's a damn shame that people living in the state of Illinois with equitable brains will still support you as a politician and call you Chief Madigan. When are we all going to get common sense? We don't have to be Einsteins. All we need is common sense. Common sense will take us someplace that we've never been before. Common sense will take you into an area of prosperity. Take you into an area where you never have to be worried about money. So we're going to play the first half of the governor again, and then come back and play the second half all at one time so you can see the whole thing at one time. Can we start that now? Just starting from that point, I guess.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's an honor to join you. I look forward to this conversation, and I really want it to be a conversation, a two-way dialogue. We do a lot of questions and talk about the issues you guys care about. I don't want to give it just a big political stump speech. I want to talk about what's really going on. All of us are here this afternoon for one simple fact, and that is state government, state politics in the state of Illinois have been failing the black community for decades and decades, and we're going to change that right now. For years and years, Illinois has had the highest unemployment rate for African Americans of any state in America. That is wrong, it's outrageous, it's unjust, and completely unnecessary. That is a self-imposed policy done in the state of Illinois. We're changing that. For years and years, Illinois has had the biggest gap between what African American children in schools get per pupil in funding versus what high-income schools get in their funding for years and years in the state of Illinois. And that has denied the American dream to African American children in the state of Illinois. And we are changing that right now. For years and years, Illinois has had a disproportionate number of African Americans languishing in the criminal justice system. Oh, yes. Languishing, left there, non-violent offenders, left there with no prospect for getting out and leading productive lives, no assistance, no support. The system that is not just, it is unfair, and we are changing that right now. For years and years, politicians in state government, politicians in city government have paid lip service to equality in contracting, equal opportunity, more African American businesses contracts, and completely failed and done nothing to actually deliver real results. And that's changing right now. That's why we're here. That's why we're all here. I'm not a politician. Politics is a strange world, I gotta tell you. When I started this job, I had a full head of hair. This is really hard, it's really stressful, but all I care about is results. All I want is a better future for all our children, especially our African American children. Before I became governor, I dedicated my life to more educational opportunity, for African American and all disadvantaged, all discriminated against children. And my wife left the business world where she and I met, and she dedicated her life to early childhood education for children who are growing up in disadvantaged circumstances, ages 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, so they can get great child care, great education with their child care, so when they get to first grade, they're ready to thrive. And these kids kick tails and do wonderfully well from some of the most tough circumstances. They thrive because their potential is unlimited, and they're given the equal opportunity that higher income kids get as a standard part of their lives. We're changing it so every child, regardless of where they live, regardless of their family's income, get that opportunity. And I'm doing that as governor. We've transformed the way education is funded in the state of Illinois. We put historic new equality of education funding, a new formula that gives far more of the money to lower income school districts, proportionately way more money to African American school districts, so the schools in black communities get the same money as schools in high income communities in other parts of the state. This is historic change. And you know what? I'll tell you this, the majority of the General Assembly before I became governor, and 10 years before me, the General Assembly, Democrat control in Madigan, cut school funding from the state 4 times in the prior 10 years. Taking money away from local schools, that forces property taxes up, and that forces low-income neighborhoods that don't have much property tax wealth to struggle to fund their schools. And I said, no more of that. We want record funding, and I put more money into our schools every year. And this year, we're going to put $1.4 billion more into our local schools. And education choice, number one. Number two, our justice system. Our legal justice system is broken. It is anything but just. People's lives are thrown away. They're not treated with justice and fairness. Everybody makes a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. Some are more serious than others. Violent offenders need to be kept away so they can't hurt somebody. But non-violent offenders, they don't deserve the language. They deserve an opportunity to make up and have a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. And I'm converting prison facilities in this state. We're converting them from just locking people away to life reentry facilities, job training, technical training. Job training, technical training, substance use treatment, mental health treatment. The issues that cause the behavior that goes against the law, there's reasons for it. Most everybody has a good heart. Not everybody, but most people. Even people who make a mistake and commit a crime, they're good people have a good heart. They made a mistake, they deserve help, and we got to get the issues that caused them to make that mistake. Mental health treatment, addiction treatment, job training, education that they were denied when they were young, and then they had to resort to criminal behavior to support themselves. Give everybody a chance and an equal opportunity to an economic empowerment, and we will have a just and fair system. And we're transforming it. And we're getting what people would come out, training, but also an ID, access to being able to get a cell phone, access to be able to lease an apartment, access to interviewing skills. We want people to come out of the system, get the treatment to support them, and then get them a career opportunity. And that's what we're dedicated to doing. Now here, today we're talking mostly about economic empowerment. Illinois is failing the black community when it comes to economic opportunity. Completely failing. There is no excuse for us to have the slow economic growth that we got on the south side of Chicago. No excuse to have those closed stores on the west side of Chicago. No excuse to have the high unemployment rate in Rockford and Decatur and up in Waukee. There's no excuse. No excuse. This is the East St. Louis, exactly right. All across the state of Illinois, the black community is suffering from lack of economic opportunity. That is a fact. And we're going to change that. We are going to change it. These are policies imposed from Springfield and the majority that's taken the black community for granted for decades, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a recent thing in the last couple of years. And then we pay lip service to state contracts, say we have a goal of having this percentage for black businesses, whatever. We're not close to the goals. The goals get tossed aside and ignored. Well, we're not doing that anymore. Thanks to the leadership of Chairman Wilson here, Dr. Wilson, we now are putting teeth into enforcement for the state contracting system to make sure black businesses truly get state contracts proportionate to the number of black businesses. And my first year as as governor, I said, you know what, I can see. All I got to do is drive around the state of Illinois, look at construction crews, look at some of the work going on. Do you see black folks working there? No. You don't. You don't. You never do. And I said, I want every business and every labor organization that contracts with the state, I want to report the percentage of African Americans on the job working and the percentage of African Americans in the apprentice programs and training programs, so there's equal opportunity for everybody in every neighborhood, reflective of the neighborhoods that we work in. All right. That's what we're changing the system because it's broken. And I'm the first governor here. I'm not the first governor to do a study of disparity in contracting. But I'm the first governor to publish the results, and the first governor to say, I see disparity, I see discrimination, it's provable, you can see it in the numbers, and we're ending that. And I'm the first governor in America to declare a sheltered market, a market where it's clearly been discriminated, and there's black businesses that can do it. I said, that market is going away from the old way, and we're going to get that market available to black businesses first, and we got an IT contract from a black firm, and we do more and more of that going forward. More sheltered markets, more opportunity to reverse the discrimination for years. Now, we've got to help black entrepreneurs. I cut the LLC fees by 2/3. I bought that. We got to lower the cost of doing business, lower the tax.
You see, you know, this man is not talking out of the side of his neck or from the top of his head. He's coming straight from his heart through his mouth into your ears. He's concerned about a community that's been neglected, pushed aside, and ostracized for the last 40 years. Under individuals who are supposed to be representing us. See, that was supposed to be seen by them years ago, and they should have been out there fighting tooth and nail to straighten it out. But it takes a man who we call a bigot, we call a billionaire who doesn't like black people or poor people, to get out and advocate for this community. He has no stake in this community. The only stake he has is in the state of Illinois. And he wants to see the state of Illinois equal and not one-sided like it is now. So let's think very carefully before we start casting stones. Are we ready for the next part of that speech?
Yes.
Okay, here's the next part.
Lower the regulations, let black business succeed and thrive. Every business, every entrepreneur needs a mentorship, a network of other successful people that they can be part of. I created networks for years when I was a venture capitalist. I know how important it is. Every entrepreneur is taking a risk. For all of you, you know what? Every small business owner out here, every entrepreneur, we owe you an incredible debt of gratitude. Thanks for taking the risk. Let's hear it for our black entrepreneurs and black business owners. Entrepreneurs build America. America's built by entrepreneurs. Starting out, taking a risk, going out there. It's scary. It's lonely. It's risky. It's hard. And we got to do everything we can to help you. Because your success is Illinois' success. Your success is what creates good-paying jobs in the state of Illinois. You've got to succeed. How Illinois succeeds is how black business succeeds. When black business is succeeding, Illinois is thriving. And that's how we're going to judge ourselves. So one of the things we did was we created an ADME network, Advancing the Development of Minority Entrepreneurs. This is a network of successful entrepreneurs helping other entrepreneurs, introducing them to financing options, board members, consultants, management team members. You need to get in a network of success. Success breeds success. Yeah. I built those networks for years when I was a private citizen. I want those networks created in the black community for black business owners so we can thrive. And we're doing that in Chicago, Peoria, Rockford. We want that all over the state of Illinois. We also created FAME, financing the advancement for minority entrepreneurs. And I want to restore what the federal government used to do, which is the Minority Enterprise Small Business Investment Program. We got to bring back financing availability for African American businesses. We need more access to capital, and we're working on that right now. And when it comes to state contracting, it's so clear that African American businesses aren't getting a fair shake. They're not really true and equal access and equal opportunity. That's why I want to thank Dr. Wilson and the members of the Fair Contracting Task Force. They're stepping up. We're putting teeth in this now. We're not just going to talk about it, we're going to demand results. Now, we're going to be reviewing contracts, and if the task force, it's clear that black businesses haven't been given a real fair shake to get at that contract, we're going to tear that contract up and rebid it and start over. Reviews for the folks who work in state government in these bureaucracies, and most of them are good people. Most of them are there for the right reasons, trying to do the right thing. But when we do the reviews, performance reviews, one of the things we're going to judge people on and evaluate them in the performance reviews, how much action did they take to make sure black businesses got the contracts when the contracts got that. That's going to be part of the review process. Changing the bureaucracy is hard. Boy, is it hard. And it takes time. But we don't have any time to waste. We got to move every day. That's why we're doing this task force. We got to push the bureaucracy to do the right thing, change the procurement process. You guys know how hard it is to do procurement in the state of Illinois. Oh my goodness. You need a PhD, you need 6 attorneys and 12 lobbyists to get a state. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We've got to streamline the procurement process and make it more efficient, more straightforward, so a small business that's not politically connected can get a real chance at the contract. And that's what we're striving to do, simplify the procurement process. We're making progress, we got a ways to go. We need you guys to help put pressure on the politicians in Springfield. They've been living in the old way for years. The bureaucracy is very encrusted. It's very strong. We need your help. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is about fairness and justice and economic empowerment. Sunday morning, I try to worship at a different church around the state. Sometimes the ministers ask me to say something. The first thing, primary thing I say is, you know what? The good Lord did not make us Democrats or Republicans. The good Lord put us on earth to do His work, help each other, work together, make our world a better place. I believe it very strongly. Every challenge, we've got a lot of challenges in Illinois. Every challenge gets overcome with strong economic growth, strong equal economic empowerment, good paying careers in every neighborhood. When we do that, we begin to solve all our other challenges. And if we don't do that, none of our other challenges get fixed. Economic growth, economic empowerment, true equal access, and that means black entrepreneurs got to be helped, black entrepreneurs got to succeed. And that's what we're here to do. Thank you very much.
Governor, one of the questions that was asked was that in the construction industry, is that they go and try to get the contract. But because the prime has the contract, they have to be unionized and they get the job for the same pay. How would you address that situation?
Yeah. Well, one of the first things I did as governor is to remove from our construction contract the requirement for project labor agreements. PLAs, that's one of the first things I did. That's not fair to taxpayers, and it's not fair to small businesses that have their own way of structuring their compensation and their structure with their employees. We need a true competition, true choice, and businesses with different structures and different ways of doing things should have equal access to these contracts. And having PLAs restricts access and restricts the competitive bidding process. And we got rid of them, and we're changing that. And you know, again, let me be clear. I'm not anti-union, but I'm pro-competition and pro-choice and pro-freedom and pro-equal opportunity. That's the important thing.
Right to work. That's right. Governor, the next question comes from a young man out here. It says, will you partner with Young Black Chicago to eliminate races in construction, black are being locked out because of unions. We'll support you if you support us.
Well, as I say, I want equal access, equal opportunity. And again, there's discrimination in our system at most every level. And I'm not going to pick out one or two, or you guys know, we got to get it at every level. We need equal access. This task force, this group of leaders is just there to do the right thing, make sure that when we know, we've got the data. Where are black businesses? Where are black businesses located? What are they capable of doing? You know, what they do, what their size is. We can look, where are state contracts being let? Where are black businesses capable of supplying services under those contracts? And where are black businesses not getting those contracts? And we've got to change that and make sure that proportionate to the black talent that's there is that proportion is getting the state contracts. And when they're not getting it, they're going to see it. They're going to say, okay, rip up that contract, do it over, because it's not done right. And you know what? With the folks in charge of the procurement process and contracting, if you're not having it represent the proportion in the community, it's going to go in your performance review. We want everybody to get on this program. We want to deliver results.
Next question. Governor, what is your plan to help people who may have a record in their background and can't get a job to help take care of their family? We need more second chances program.
I encourage anybody who's passionate about this issue as I am. I formed a bipartisan task force on criminal justice reform my first year in office. And again, this is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is a justice issue. And that task force worked, and I give many legislators on the Democratic side as well as the Republican side a lot of credit. They came up with a series of recommendations, and I pushed to get legislation passed, and we passed several dozen bills to implement the criminal justice reforms, the legal justice reforms that were recommended. And these are historic. Illinois is now a leader in reforming our legal justice system. No more should our criminal system be just about locking people away. That's not it. That's not the answer. For violent offenders, we've got to keep them away and help them drive and recover. But we've got to keep them, can't have them convert anyone. But there's so many nonviolent offenders that they're there because they have, mental health challenge. They have an addiction challenge. Or they have not been given any education or life skills, and they don't have any good way to take care of themselves and their families. We've got to fix that problem. We fix that, we restore justice, and we keep communities safer. We reduce crime because we reduce the recidivism. Folks make a mistake, they're trying to take care of themselves, go to prison, and then there's a cycle. It's just a revolving door. Break the cycle of recidivism, stop the revolving door, help people get the life skills, help them get the IDs and the introductions and interview skills, and treat any challenge they have from an addiction point of view, and get them in the workforce and lead productive lives. And make sure that they're helped in starting a business if they'd like to start their own business. Make sure the cost of starting their own business is as low as possible, and they're given the support to get into the network of success. That's what we're driving, and we're going to get this done. We're going to have historic change going on.
Willie's making me read these now. How can business owners work with legislators who may or may not be resistant to the executive order that you issued? Will business owners and lawmakers have to worry about pushback from other legislators, particularly Black Caucus members who may not support this order?
I think that this executive order that I signed, that I worked with Dr. Wilson on, has good bipartisan support. It's never been done before, and change is scary. There's been an order in Illinois. There's been a power structure in Illinois, and it exists for its own benefit. Our state government's been structured to benefit the insiders and the career politicians. We're breaking up that. We want to have a government that works. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. The government should work for you. It should work for the people, not for the insiders. And obviously, I'm not going to go into all the other things, the term limits and fair maps, redistricting reform, and all that. We'll talk about that another day. But this executive order to really make sure that the state doesn't just pay lip service to equity and contracting, but that black businesses are truly getting the contract. This executive order, this task force is working it every day, and they're there, and they're doing it, and they're volunteers, and they're not political insiders. They're not career politicians who are loyal to the old machine. They're there because they want to see where the contracts are going, and when they don't reflect the community, we're going to rip them up and start over. We're going to get it done. It's going to happen.
All right, last question, and I'm going to combine these two. How do you speed up the MBE, or Minority Business Enterprise, and DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise certification process? One. And two, how do you assure that businesses are truly black-owned or minority-owned? Because there's fraud, there's been rampant fraud.
Yeah, well, okay, those are two very good, very important questions. Frankly, let's have a dialogue on those two questions and develop the answer together, because I want the truth on these two issues. We got to make sure that the certification process doesn't take 10 years, because this bureaucracy is a nightmare. I need to know when somebody's applying. We need a process to let the task force know. We need to put pressure on the bureaucracy to streamline the process and get it done as fast as possible. Getting a state bureaucracy to move at any kind of speed I'll tell you, I've been trying this now for 3.5 years. It's glacial speed would be fast relative to like what goes on. I need your help. Where do we see the bottlenecks? Where is it going slow? Point out the problems, and we can work on fixing it. And the same thing on every element of this. We need your partnership. This is us working together. If one task force isn't going to get it done, a few elected officials aren't going to get it done. This is your partnership with us, you citizens, private business owners, helping me, helping the task force and the volunteers, as well as the legislators. And there are many good legislators, D's and R's, who want to do the right thing, who aren't only loyal to the power structure. And we need to help them, help you guys. So we'll do it together. Thanks very much. God bless you guys. Appreciate it very much.
There's one more question that's put to the government, all right? The question is this. If somebody gets, a white corporation gets a $100 million contract, using this example, and we can find nobody out here who has the necessary dollars to come up with the down payment, the product itself, all the experience in it. How do we get a chance to participate, because that $100 million still entitled to its proportion to the black community? My suggestion would be put a mentor program together and work your way through a training process and learn it, but still be able to get the money to get back into the black community. Did I answer that right, Governor?
You did. So let's you and I do a mentor program together, okay? We'll do it together. I like that idea. Help us point out where there's fraud, where there's supposedly a black business, but the black community's not helping that business. The black community doesn't really own that business. I need your help to identify that, because these fraudsters, they're pretty sharp. And they get out maneuver and out foxes. I need your help to point out where that is true, and then we can't fix the problem we don't know about. I need your help to identify it. Thanks very much, everybody.
Okay, guys, y'all get one more round of applause for coming here, please. All right, we got some agents that are here. I'm going to ask, these gentlemen here and ladies here are going to, the one that you really want to be able to ask questions of this, what a rubber meets the highway, that really make it happen. The governor signed the order, but these young men and young ladies who are here today is coming up on the one that's going to have to make it happen. Also, those who are going to present the agency, will you come up here? All right. I want you guys, don't go yet. still boiling up. I want the agency to come up. Which agency? CMS. Okay. CMS, state employment is coming. Then the next one is the Business Enterprise Program, CMS. Business Management Enterprise Program, HIDOC and Tollway, Workforce Development, Tollway, Small Business Support, GCEO, and there's a question and answer. You all come in that order so we can save the time. Who's next? Thank you.
Okay, so what do you think? Are we going to continue playing ball with people who are con artists? You can see there's no development in the community, no diversity in the workplace, nothing happening in all these years. It takes a stranger to come in, he's talked about, he's ridiculed, but they can't put him in jail because he does not play ball with them. So they put it in a lot of your heads that he was somebody who weren't in your best interest. And you spread that news to others. So we got to learn to do research for ourselves. Find out what is happening before you get bogged down. We'll be right back after these messages. We're going to take a break and play a couple of commercials. Let you digest what you've seen so far. We'll be right back.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Chicago have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change. With your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for mayor for the city of Chicago.
Paid for by drwilliewilsonfoundation.org.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
What's good? What's up? What's happening today?
Let's hit those pearly whites, man.
Yeah! The boys, check it out.
Stand up, do my chair is gonna compare us. Go.
Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
Hey girl, what's up? What's the name? What's good? What's up?
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Stoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees.
Tropical World. Come to Golden's Tropical World for tropical fish of all sizes, colors, and types, and other small animals like iguanas and birds from all over the world. There are beautiful tanks, pet supply needs, including dog and cat foods, and expert consultation. Check out Golden's Tropical World, 8611 South Ashland Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Call ahead, 773-239-8809. Your pet shop.
No, I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Every now and then I get that feeling, and I've got something I want to say.
One of the great things about being a vegan is that the uniqueness of it.
And I've got to say it my way.
And so gathered with me today are just a sampling of those vegans who have become loyal supporters of Soul Vegetarian.
Welcome to Soul Vegetarian Restaurant.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. In light of the Laquan McDonald case, we have to assure that fairness and equal rights are protected for all citizens of Chicago, and this has not been the case with this mayor. Vote for me, and I can assure you that fairness and equal opportunity for all citizens of Chicago.
Paid for by drwilliewilsonfoundation.org.
why?
Why?
Why are you following me?
Why my hoodie make me look suspicious?
Why does my music make me dangerous?
Why are people that are supposed to protect me attacking me?
Why are you afraid of me? Why do you think I'm dangerous?
Why do I afraid of people who are supposed to protect me?
Why can't I make a peace sign without you labeling a gang sign?
Why does standing your ground only work when I'm on the ground?
Why do you show this photo over this one?
Why do you only stop and frisk me?
Why do you have low expectations for me?
Why can't I run down the street without causing alarms?
Why do you think I'm a thug?
Why do you assume I'm armed?
Why can I breathe? Why is my mom scared every time I leave the house?
Why are you targeting me?
Why am I a target?
Why?
Why? Why? I know why. And it has to stop.
It must stop.
Because I have dreams. Because I can change the world.
Because I'll make a difference. Because I have a family.
Because I am strong.
Because I'm talented.
I have a voice.
I can find a cure.
I have goals.
I can lead the country.
I am determined.
I have a future.
Because I'm a scholar.
I am powerful.
I'm someone's friend.
I'm someone's brother.
I'm someone's son.
Someone loves me.
And because my life matters too.
My life matters.
My life matters.
My life matters. My life matters. My life matters.
Our lives matter.
And so did theirs.
Chicago, the Windy City, home of the tallest buildings in the world, the home of the Chicago Sound of Soul. One of the architects of the Chicago Sound was Carl Davis. He got his first million-selling single at VJ Records. He was known as the man with the golden ear, a musical guru, the Hitman. The Carl Davis Story.
Now we see. We saw the man is not for one culture, it's for the whole culture of Illinois. The first time you heard a governor make that kind of speech, and he's sticking by it, tooth and nail. He fought it to the extent that, well, he won. Okay, we're back. And I think we have made our point, made the point of diversity a priority in the state of Illinois under this governor. Diversity. A lot of folks are going to be mad, but a lot of folks will be happy. More will be happier than mad, because it's a beautiful thing to see a merging of cultures in a state where it should be equal. So can you put any reason why in all these years blacks were, you could not see blacks working on the roads, on buildings that were erected by contractors around the state of Illinois, billions of dollars spent. Where were we? Begging for a job, crying for diversity. But did it ever come? Is there ever going to be total justice in this country? Well, if we had presidents like Trump, governors like Rauner, politicians like some of your politicians who are there, this young man who spoke, the state rep, Representative Davis. We need people like that who are looking out for the people that they represent. He was able to get the bill passed and then signed by the governor. See, you got to fight when it's fighting time. You can't wait for something to happen to fall in your laps, fall in your arms. You got to draw it to you and hold on to it tight. When that diversity is created, you're going to see when it's totally created, you're going to see an enormous amount of prosperity in our community. You know, we got to be smart people. We are saying, I've heard some say, well, why did he wait so long to do that? Now he's been fighting all along. But the idea is, he's just coming into office. His staff had to research and find out what he was able to do as the governor around the people who are against diversity. First, he found that executive orders work. That's how he was able to get rid of the PLA. See, you can't get anything done if you don't really know all the rules, all the stopgaps, everything that will go against you. And there's no way you're going to go into an office, just going into that position for the first time, and know everything that there is to know about your powers and what powers you have and what you can and cannot do. Just not done that way. Are we ready for the next one?
No. Everything is played. You had 51 minutes. I have 55 minutes now.
Okay. Well, it's a great thing to know and to realize and understand that we do have a person who's concerned about us, and we got to show our appreciation by putting him back into office, and we'll see all this coming to fruition over the next 4 years. And I'm sure once this is straightened out so far as he's concerned, and fixed and put into a position where it can never go backwards again, he's not going to want to be a governor. See, a person of his stature who is not trying to make money off the state of Illinois, make money off the backs of poor people, is not concerned about an office like that, just holding a position, to have the name governor. To him, that means nothing. See, believe it or not, he went into the position with that one aim, that one goal, to clear up this misjustice. Now it's up to you to keep an eye on everybody around you who calls themselves leader. No, just know, they're servants, not leaders. Servants of the people. You are the people, they are the servants. They are not the leaders. The servants serve you. A leader tries to lead you. Lead you where? Down Primrose Lane? That's where they've led us so far. For all these years, they've led our community down Primrose Lane, calling themselves leaders. Stop letting them do that to you people. Tomorrow we're going to see more of Jimmy's Lounge. And we got this dynamic singer. She is dynamite. You can't find a more powerful voice than you know, when you look for a singer, you just look for someone like Miss Holiday. She knows how to carry a note. She knows how to please an audience. Dynamite entertainer. Well, we'll see you this time again tomorrow, and you'll see Cheryl. You'll see all that we have to offer for entertainment tomorrow. Be sure you tune in. Call all your friends and let them know. And, you know, spread the word about what is happening in Springfield. Spread the word. Tell your friends to go on social media and look for copies of this particular show. We'll see you this time tomorrow.